All right, so today we back at it. I know it's been a while. Back in April, I changed a couple things. I put in a new radiator, changed the upper lower hoses, did the tune-up, changed the distributor and rotor, new plugs and wires, and the water pump. But it's been giving me a couple problems lately. And I popped the hood the other day and really looked at it. Noticed how rusty the water pump is. So it's obviously a leak somewhere. So now we're in the process of tearing everything apart so we can try to find out where the leak is coming from. I just left the parts though. They told me to bring it back. They'll get me a new water pump because it's under warranty. So I'll check back in with you guys a little bit later. So it's not really a hard process. As you can see, I already got the fan off. The upper piece of the fan shroud. Next, we're gonna loosen up the alternator and the AC compressor so we can get the belts off, so I can get the pulley off, get to the water pump better. I'll check back in after I get that taken off. All right, so I'm back. Just got the water pump off. As you can see, didn't really have to do much. Unloosened the alternator, slid it over, unloosened the AC compressor, the power steering, pump and reservoir, slid it out the way, water pump came right off. Now I'm gonna clean that up a little bit, make sure ain't nothing inside of there on both sides. Look for it, try to find out where it was leaking before, because when I started, I had a little bit of coolant sitting in my fan, the bottom of my fan shroud. So, really just a game, try to see where it's coming from and everything. Then head to the parts store, get a new water pump, come back, put it on, see what I got there. Also get some more coolant. I caught the coolant that came out, but I used a dirty jug, so I didn't want to put it back in there, risk getting anything inside the motor. So I'll talk to y'all in a few. Okay, so we back at the house from the parts store. I forgot to record, but I went ahead and put the water pump in. So now I'm in the process of making sure everything's everything, making sure the bolts are torqued. They got to be 30 foot-pounds. So I just got them tightened in now. I'm finna go ahead and torque them down. Had to tie the power steering pump and reservoir out the way so I could get the water pump back on. It's giving me a little trouble. So now I also had to move the alternator bracket and a couple things were grounded on top of it. So we finna get all the hoses hooked back up, get the fan put back together, top radiator shroud put back on. Then we're gonna fill it up with coolant and we're gonna give her a test run, see how she running. All right, so it ended up getting dark on me, but got everything put back together except for the top of the fan shroud. So finna go ahead and try to give her a start, see if she cranked, see how she running. Yeah, I know it's junky. I ain't drove it in a while. It's probably been sitting about 3 or 4 months now. Okay, she crunk right up. That was a little excessive. So she running. We're gonna go back up here and look. Seems like everything's working fine, nothing's leaking, but we'll keep an eye on it. Let me run, get some water in there, and then we'll get some more water in the radiator. So I'm finna go ahead, check on the coolant level, and I'll be back.